There's a question on the screen for you asking, in those days, who was your sort of heroes, Arthur? I mean, like Harold Barlow's name's been put up on the screen as well.
Oh yes, I think Harold was everyone's favourite at the time. You know, he was a great chap, great personality, and what a great bowler.
Yeah, I remember him playing his braces, a county match down in Staffordshire.
Oh yeah, Harold. Beautiful delivery. He was the chap who learnt us all to strike.
Oh right.
Did you ever see him striking?
Can't say as I did now.
Oh, Mel, he could hit anything from any distance. He was so accurate and so immaculate with it. The way he used to, deliver them and get them away, and marvellous to watch. And what a great chap he was too.
Was anyone else from those days that you sort of admired when you first started?
Who can't but help the name Brian Duncan?
Yeah.
What a winner, isn't he, that fella?
Yeah.
Everybody says, who's you always get this cropping up. Who's the greatest bowler? Who do you think's been the greatest? I know it's very, very difficult. There's a hell of a lot of good bowlers still about. No bowlers spring straight to mind. You don't come any better than Noel.
And he's still playing at the top of his game, isn't he?
Oh, I'd back him again, anyone at the present time. He can take your GIs, Wilson, the Yorkshire. What a bowler that lad is, isn't he?
Yeah.
But Noel, he's honestly, Mel, he plays for Excelsior in the Wednesday League on a Wednesday, and cup matches on the Saturday, Brunner Cup and things like that. And very, very rare does he lose.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a marvellous player. But going back, Brian, whoever is going to beat Brian's record.
What do you say Brian's greatest abilities were?
Just a complete all-rounder. You couldn't go on. I mean, I held my own with Brian. I'm one of the lucky ones. I probably won as many against Brian as anybody. But he could bowl, and you couldn't lose him in the corners or on the side of it. He could bowl anything, any peg. I don't think he had a weakness, Brian Duncan.
Yeah. There's just a couple of comments that's come on the screen as well. I mean, Mike Alden's put a comment on it. He said that Harold Barlow only had one eye as well. Is that right?
Oh yes, an accident I think at work that was.
And Jimmy Parker just saying his greatest memory of Harold Barlow was winning the Manchester Evening News event at Patricroft.
That's right. Yes, he did. Yes, I think he beat me in the semi-final.
Stuart Moore's just put on, asking if you ever played Billy Dorber.
I played Billy Dorber once. There's quite a story with that. We was at the Waterloo, playing at the Waterloo, and of course Empire Services at Preston. If we entered it, we used to make it a double day, you see. Play at the Waterloo in the afternoon and drop up at Preston for night time. And I'm at the Waterloo in the afternoon. Cliff Hope, you know Cliff?
Yes.
From Altrincham, Roy Armstrong's mate, bookie mate. He's there, and he's talking away, and he said, "Oh, I'm at Empire Services tonight, Preston." Well, Cliff never had a car in those days. I said, "Oh, come with me, I'll drop, I'm alright, I'm in the car, I'm on my own," as it was that day. We played in the Waterloo, went to the Empire Services, practising. There was only me and Cliff there, about 10 minutes to go. We thought, hell, nobody coming, we're going to get buys here. And the first two walked through the gate then was Bill Dorber and his son. What was his son's name?
Jimmy, was it?
Jimmy. Yeah. That's right, Jimmy Dorber. Anyway, quite a few more rolled up in the next 10 minutes, and then they called the names out. Bill Dorber, Arthur Murray. Cliff Hope, Jim Dorber. I thought, well, I don't believe that, Cliff. I'm damn sure they made that draw when they saw us coming first through the gates. Anyway, cut long story short, 21 up, everyone off 6, bar the previous year's winner. Now, Bill Dorber won it the previous year, so he gave me 6 start. first time I'd been in it, and I think Noel Cliff had been in it previously, but it was my first time. Bill beat me 21-20. He gave me 6 start and beat me 21-20. That was the only time I played Bill. I saw him play quite a bit. Great player.
Yeah, I know when I interviewed Brian, he said that Billy Dorber was, he thought, the finest player he's ever seen.
Great player, very great player.
Okay. Just
what about one of the chaps from down your end, Shropshire?
Tony Poole.
No, Dick Merrick.
Dick Merrick as well, yeah. Yeah, amazing fellow, wasn't he?
Oh, what a player Dick Merrick was.
And always played with a smile on his face.
Oh, always laughing, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Nice chap.
Yeah, Arthur, I've got Mike Wakelam's in here with us tonight. Mike Wakelam. He's here. He just wanted a quick word with you.
Yeah, sure.
Good evening, Arthur.
Good evening, Mike. It's long while since I saw you.
Yes, that's right.
Where have you been hiding?
Oh, well, you know, us journalists get everywhere.
Yeah, sure.
What I was going to say, Arthur, you mentioned about Billy Dorber. Now, as you know, I've done over 300 forums all over the country with Brian Duncan, and there are 2 questions always come up to Brian. One is, who's the finest player that he's ever seen? And the answer, of course, is Bill Dorber.
Did you really? Yes.
Right. But the other question is, who has been, over the years that he's played the game, his hardest opponent? And a tribute to you, Arthur, he has always said, without hesitation, Arthur Murray. And he's always referred, like you have tonight, to Mel, the tremendous games that you've had in the past, and the respect that he has had for you over the years as a top player.
Oh,
and nice. I thought that was something you may not be aware of.
No, I wasn't. That's very nice of Brian.
Yes.
I mean, I'm always very, very good friends with Brian. We go to the panel occasionally. We always meet and have quite a chat. And Brian's not the... You know, sometimes you've a job to get much out of Brian, haven't you?
Well, yes.
But, what a role, what a record.
Yeah, tremendous.
No one will ever touch Brian's record.
You're quite right.
Oh, what that fella hasn't won, not once, not twice, 3, 4, 5 times. A lot of the big major sweeps.
When I wrote the book with Brian, I ended, and I couldn't go any further, he'd won over 250 titles. And as you've said, and I think, and I stand to be corrected, that he won the Burnley St Andrews 9 times, giving everybody else a start.
9? Did he really?
Yes, I think I'm right on that. But certainly...
I knew he'd won it a time or two.
And of course, he's come down here and plundered every competition we run. Tremendous performer.
Good God. Oh, a record. Untouchable. Untouchable.
Yeah. Okay, Arthur, in fact, we're going back to your Waterloo. By the way, it's 10 o'clock already. We should be finishing, but we're going to carry on, so it could be the longest show we've ever had tonight. We're just going to keep going. So I hope all the listeners will bear with us anyway. The Waterloo, Arthur, you won. I think you're one of the few people who actually won the main handicap and the Spring Waterloo. You must be proud of that.
I was the first to win it. Has no one won it since?
Yeah, I think there has been others who've won the 2. I think you were the first person.
I know. I remember I was the first. Because I always remember Jack Everett running on the green.
Yes.
And Jack congratulated me. He says, "Arthur, you picked me to it." He says, "I wanted to be the first to win them both."
Yeah, I think Jack. I remember right. I think he lost in the final, didn't he, the Spring? The one you to Dave Ross.
I think that was the year previous to me. I think.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I remember it. I can see him now running across the green, and he congratulated me. He says, "You B," he says, "you bugger." He says, "You picked me." He said, "I wanted to be the first."
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
To win them both.
Okay.
That was probably my hardest one, the Spring.
Yeah.
Winning it, the final 16 was very, very hard.
Yeah. Okay. Looking back at your Waterloos, and your first success on the Waterloo was the main handicap was 1973. Can you just remind us who you played in that one?
Well, Jimmy Hadfield, of course, in the final.
Yeah.
Was it 16 or 17? I think.
Yeah.
Paul Rucroft in the semi-final from Liverpool.
Yeah.
Who just put Bill Dorber out.
Yeah.